What's going on, everybody? It's Pelfrey. Wanted to shoot sort of I guess a raw video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Most of the time, or the majority of the time, I'm doing voiceovers. Nothing's really changed here. Excuse me, let me clear my throat here. Nothing's really changed here. I still have the light diffuser on top of the tank, and so far I haven't had anybody escape. The one thing that I do want to note is, and maybe I can find a picture and attach it here, but the Cheato growth has been absolutely crazy. I can't remember when I put it in here. It was like February or March, something like that. But the growth has been just absolutely crazy, and it's actually starting to, I guess, squeeze itself in here. The Refugium's not that big to begin with, so it's doing the best that it can to fit inside of here. I'm actually working with the Herbie drain. My salinity, I just checked it, it's 1.024, and I like it to be 2.5, so I actually I adjusted the valve, and I like my water line to be here for the skimmer to work correctly, and I have too much water, but you can see here it's doing a lot better than it has been doing as far as the skimmate is concerned. The reason why the bubbles are this high is because the water volume inside of the skimmer section is so high, so I need to turn the gate valve down just a hair and get this to loosen up. But after doing some research, I'm reading that apparently I have phosphates in here, and the algae's not horrible, but you can see it, and I've pulled it off where I can. I actually did this piece was my first attempt at fragging zoas, but they don't have hair algae on them. This piece does, that you can see. There's some hair algae here, and some of the other zoas does have algae on it. But I fragged, this is off topic, but I decided to try to frag some heads off of this guy and glue them onto some frag plugs, and I actually tried fragging this piece right here, but they're so small that I didn't do a good job. And you can see the glue, it's just, you know, off the shelf super glue that I used, and it didn't hold. So I'm definitely gonna have to look up some of that super glue that 915 man just gave away and try it next time. You can see I didn't do the best job here gluing it. You can see the glob of glue there, but for the first time I can say it wasn't too bad. There's 2 heads on each frag plug, and they're doing good. But anyway, back to the hair algae issue. This is Marco rocks, and from what I've read, they release phosphates, and I did acid bath them, but I didn't cure them any other way. So I guess I'll just have to deal with it, because I am running a BRS mini reactor with both GFO and carbon, and I probably need to change it. The water changes will help out with the algae too. Like I said, it hadn't got bad, so it hasn't overtaken the tank or anything, and I do pull it off whenever I can. It's definitely time to pull the power heads out and clean those. You can see some algae here, and other than that, there's just brown diatoms on them. The MP10 is the same way, which it's not a quiet drive, and if I'm quiet for a second, you can hear the motor running, and I actually have it turned up almost all the way now, so I'll turn it up all the way, and I'm just trying to kick up some of the stuff. And the W does not flash on the driver, but it is flashing on the camera for whatever reason. But it is pretty loud. So if you're going to get a VorTech, which all the new ones are quiet drives to begin with, I suggest that. So back here on the rocks, you can see some algae, and the cleaner shrimp back here doing some work. He's actually molted 2 or 3 times now, so that's pretty cool. But overall, everything's doing good. Kind of rambling on now. What else is there? Oh, I was using a can't remember if it was mesh or felt or whatever, but I changed it and I'm using this is a BRS, can't remember the micron, but BRS filter sock, 4-inch filter sock. It's 4-inch by 8-inch. Probably could have got the 4x12. I haven't changed it out. I just rinse it out once a week, but I have noticed that whenever I'm doing my water changes and I pull that filter sock out and I just rinse it out with tap water, it is pretty clogged up. It is reducing the amount of flow that I'm getting through the filter sock. So I have a couple extras. I'll probably start swapping that out. Beyond that, I'm probably going through not quite 5 gallons of fresh RO water on the auto top off a week, but pretty close. I'd say about 4 gallons or so of fresh RO water every week. And last but not least here, this is a battery backup that I'm using. Actually, I only have the return pump and the heater plugged into it to run off battery power. So you can see there the load. It's very minimal, but I've lived in this neighborhood for about 4 years now, and we've never lost power. If we have, it's been for literally, it's flickered on and off once or twice, but I got this just in case, but it's got such a light load on it that, you know, I could probably run this tank for quite a few hours without even having to worry about it or whatever. But it's a APC Pro 1300 battery backup. It's not the best video camera angle in the world, but like I said, I'm shooting this raw. And for anybody that's new that hadn't seen my videos before, I highly suggest that you get a power strip with switches on it and label them. This thing comes in handy all the time. I'm definitely using this whenever I do water changes to turn everything off. I picked it up for 20 bucks, I think, on Amazon. But everything's doing good. I'm going to do a water change this weekend. Hopefully this Marco rock will start or stop releasing phosphates into the water. I don't know what else to do. I don't really see a point in buying a phosphate test at the moment, because from what I've read, they just simply don't provide the best results as far as testing is concerned. And this is clear proof that I do have phosphates in the water column. So hopefully I can get this knocked out. It's not really bothering me just yet, like I said, but the one thing, oh, excuse me, there's actually 3 heads of on this frag plug here. But the one thing is I'm gonna have to trim this pretty soon, and hopefully that'll help out quite a bit with exporting the nutrients. But it's right at 8.5 minutes now. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it short and back up here and give everybody a full view. Hopefully I don't trip over anything in the kitchen. So that's a full view of the tank, and hopefully, you know, I've already started ordering some equipment, but hopefully within the next year or so there'll be 120, 150, I don't know. I'm back and forth. Another cube tank, who knows? Who knows what I put right there until I actually pull the trigger on it. But for now, this is what I got. And for anybody that's interested in starting a reef tank, I would suggest just doing your research. This, like I said before, this may have made someone happy for the long term, but for me, I just want more space. And I could remove some of the rock out of here and have more room, but really I want the depth. The length will be nice too, because I would like to have some tangs on down the line. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I know I said this a minute ago, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. So thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good weekend.